We're live, but I have everything muted. I don't get the thing going first. Yeah, it's just I let it run for a minute or two before we go actually live.
Yay!
Ugh.
Not like last week where everything went to shit. To show the show.
I'll definitely go to shit, but.
Me.
Uh,
All right, guys.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Overdose and Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm Phoenix. I'm the Field Marshal for the Brave Newbie Alliance. And anything to do with real military matters comes through me. I help train the guys with regard to fighting and discipline and comms control and all that kind of stuff. Logistics, really, when it comes to fighting in Albion. And I'm a member of the leadership. What about you, Overdose? What function do you have in the whole alliance? I've yet to find one.
I make sure everybody's mouths are full. I mean, everybody has gear.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
need coffee.
the breadwinner pretty much. So I have to get everybody going so we actually can afford to replace our gear and shit like that. So yeah, that's my part. I also shitpost and gather a lot.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, Vol? You've got to have a use in this whole thing.
No, not really.
Was about to say, really? Does he? Wait.
I'll introduce you, Voltaire, as the boss. The boss.
He's our dark overlord.
Yeah. Dargo Underlord.
Wow.
Lurking in the shadows, always stirring shit. I mean...
I like that, though. That's good. Don't take that back.
This show's gonna be fucking just awesome.
Oh boy.
Ooga Booga, do you want to introduce
Oh, why,
yourself?
hello there.
Well, hello.
We were introducing
boy.
ourselves.
Did it
Ooga
get
Booga,
warm in here?
Yeah. Can't find a use for you in the alliance.
wait.
Say it, Ooga Booga. Introduce yourself.
This is a professional environment.
Oh, right.
The fuck
God,
it is.
I-
I'm at the wrong stream.
Oh, really?
You started this.
I did, actually.
Oh, I apologize, Voltel.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
One of the longer members of the Newbie Alliance, I guess.
So you're an old newbie? Or
I'm an old
oldie?
newbie.
Yeah, but your in-game name isn't Unga Bunga, is it?
What the hell is an Unga Bunga?
I don't know. Message me. When you
I
message me, I
haven't.
go, who the hell is it?
Yeah, I'm Zephyr, if anybody's interested in that in-game.
What do you do in the Newbie Alliance?
Other than cause shit, make people laugh and cry, inappropriate jokes. I'm gonna be starting to take guys out. Killing people.
Heard something about you going after high value targets.
No, not at all. I'm not going for mammoths and whatnots. No, never. I'm just a newbie. We don't do that stuff. We run around in blue and yellow zones all day and
Scream
ask
like
God.
headless
questions.
chicken.
Just die by ourselves when we see anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see them.
Totally.
We try and run away, and then we hit terrain and die. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
newbies right there.
And when you
That's
see a newbie on T3 horse, it's definitely not bait.
No.
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 Especially when they're wearing soldier armor and heron spears. That's absolutely not bait.
Yeah, and
I
the rest of the gang are on Swift Claws. No, it's not.
You never have to worry about the naked guy in the crossroads. Just for anybody.
Yeah, you can definitely jump on him and try to kill him.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the other guys that are stacked up on some local tree somewhere. You know?
Yeah, I guarantee he's overloaded with command mammoths and other mounts like that.
And that's why he's
slowly
naked.
walking around.
Yeah.
Did you kill Torther?
Walking home from the bar.
He's carrying a Torther as he's walking.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, if we killed
Yeah.
Torther, we wouldn't fucking have any money issues. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, not
we-
for like a year or so.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Overnight, we got our hands on some money, so now we're replacing 7.1 gear for everybody.
Yeah.
All the new bros are in 8-1 now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Let's get into it. So we had a patch if that's what you want to call it.
You want to tell us what that patch did?
Sounds more like a hot fix, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a patch, quote unquote. Just like this is a season, quote unquote.
Totally not a season patch. Totally not a patch.
I got it up on the screen, but pretty much they decided to increase the size of the cock going up Zergs.
Increase the size of the what?
Cock going up Zergs' asses.
That's what I heard you say.
I mean, that's half the fun, isn't it?
Where the fuck?
Why
is
would
it?
they increase our size? I mean, why? So they're increasing the impact of the Zerg debuff, right?
Yeah, so max size Zerg 89% decrease in damage.
You cut out again.
So max size Zerg 89% decrease in damage and 47% decrease in defense.
So you go, the bigger
Wow.
you the less damage you do and the less effective you are. So
You also
join-
have less life. Like that's a serious impact, because the less life is actually, wow.
Exactly. So that naked guy on a crossroad is going to do more damage than a Zerg. So join your brave newbies, guys.
We're naked. We're in the crossroads. We're out
Absolutely.
there
We're in
every
the
day.
crossroads and stacked up in a local tree. This is how it's done.
we're hidden.
Yeah. And
We
Albion
are
agree
hiding
with
him
us.
in plain sight. I mean,
And Albion agree with us. And somehow it also looks like they did it deliberately just to suit our way of doing things. You know, how better to introduce brave newbies into the game?
by standing
Oh.
naked in a crossroad.
Yeah, by
Anyways.
making all the big Zergs absolutely useless.
That's our new slogan. You don't
Yeah.
need gear. You can be naked.
Yeah.
Newbie.
Everybody was
you
giving
go.
us shit for hordes of 4.1 equipped newbies. Now we're ahead of the meta.
What else did the patch
But
do?
honestly, I think with a change to the Zerg debuff, it will cripple big blobby alliances. Like
Right.
that's
They tweaked a bunch of shit. They the biggest thing was the axe change. I mean, that was now multiple players
yeah,
can stack
yeah.
the bleed on the same target. That's pretty fucking big.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have Beyblades everywhere. That's the
So naked newbies with axes is what you're saying.
yeah,
yeah,
not
naked
bait.
newbies with great axes. Hashtag
Not
Berserker.
bait, exactly. Don't be baited by us.
They also removed the health debuff on.
What did they remove? But yeah, honestly, I think the axe change is great, because I hated telling people like, yeah, we already have an axe in the group, don't bring an axe, and then the guy is like, yep, I have nothing else leveled, and I'm like, let me hand you some tier 3 gear.
So what are they doing with the axe?
It all feeds in the same debuff now, so you can have 3 axes all swinging their Q, like their
Right.
rending swing,
Yeah.
it's all
and
one
instantly
stack.
everything has 3 debuffs, which is really good.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, the overall DPS is a bit less than if they had each their own stack, but it's also like they increased the bleeding damage, I think, a bit by like 10% or something. So it's okay, I guess.
3 to
Well, my
5
brand new
category.
character I got the other day is 40 out of 100 in the Great Axe. I'm already at level 6.1, so it's been wonderful in solo dungeons.
I don't know why people like axes so much.
Spin
They're
to
just
win, man.
great, mate. They
to
spin
win.
around and kill people.
Frostmage for life.
Yeah, Frostmage for life.
Right, what else did they do? What else did they do with the pack?
They fuck swords.
So they should,
More than
really.
one way.
They buffed ballistas pretty
Oh, wow.
Significantly, actually.
They screwed swords, eh? So all you Galatine pairs, wow.
Just
Um,
parry strike.
Yeah, just parry strike and the max health debuff thing
Right.
on dual swords. They hit healing with a nerf bat.
Oh.
It's not that bad.
They what?
The healing sickness debuff went from 2 seconds to 5 seconds.
Okay. So it just like
Nature got some changes. They got thorns.
Did they
that-
make it good finally?
No.
Ah, mm.
No, they didn't. Unfortunately, no.
Holy overlords.
Yeah, Holy got buffed for the most part.
Oh, what did happen? Oh, what happened?
Knockback distance and Sacred Pulse went from 8 meters to 12 meters. Cooldown went down from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. That totally won't be a boost.
Oh my god, that totally won't be a fucking pain in the ass.
Comparing Albion, the Albion lot to say somebody like that ran Eve, would you say this patch did good for the game, or balanced the game, or brought something different to the game than other patches we know about in like Eve Online?
Eve
Where they
Online
actually-
patches shit? I thought they just put
Yeah.
fucking casinos in and called it a day.
Yeah. So you think Albion Online are better with doing kind of stuff that balances the game a bit there?
If by meaning they actually try to balance the
Yeah.
game, yes.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing, because we all hate playing sandboxes where none of it makes sense.
Honestly, I think the Zerg debuff is a step in the right direction. It might even be a
Yeah.
step too far. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, better a step too far than not anything at all, right? Which is
Yeah.
where EVE Online went wrong.
Nature got hit with a pretty decent nerf bat.
With a
which-
pretty D, and then you cut out.
I said Nature got hit with a pretty nasty one. They went from 20 seconds to 25 seconds on Spiritual Seeds, so that's pretty significant.
So it's a weaker in tank healing now. Gotta rely more on the sacrifice from the Grave God helmet. It will become even more a staple than it already is.
I already love EVE on Albion Online because because of the resets, and it doesn't let people grow up into being big and obnoxious. It doesn't spawn bastard childs like Alex's and stuff like that. I like that about this game.
I'm not
Ins-
sure if it does that.
Yeah,
No,
there's plenty of bastard fucking childs in this goddamn game.
Yeah.
I did want to put it that way. I really wish
But
to
they're
go
not
more in the
going
direction
to
that,
allow anybody to grow into somebody that thinks they're significant and when they're really not.
Depends. Like, it's true that the resets usually shake the map up in a manner that makes you see who is able to pull and who's able to not pull numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anything else on the patch?
Not really. I mean, it's just a bunch of little tweaks. Nothing really.
It's the mid not a season patch or beginning not a season patch.
Well, actually, one big thing is they buffed the hit points on the archers, Avalonian archers, by 50%, and they reduced the fame by 33%. So,
Oh,
So people don't do them solo anymore.
That's what it is.
That gutted easy fame for groups even, so.
yeah, it's not really worth it at this point.
Zephyr, are you going to go to church today, you sinning bastard?
No.
No,
If I step
okay.
into a church, I burn.
Right, okay, gotcha. That's L'Oreal
Is it like
with
a
vampire.
slow? Is it like a slow blaze, or do you just instantly catch on fire?
Oh, he steps over the doorstep and just goes.
It starts as a warm, tingly feeling inside.
That,
I don't think that has to do with
starts
church.
I blame overdose for the warm tinglies.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, that could have been me too. Anyways,
So we've got no church-going people in this comms at all. Okay, all you church-going people that really do believe in God, please write us letters to Brave Newbies Online, and we'll respond to you.
So yeah, that was pretty much all the news that happened this week. Like, there ain't been jack shit going on, really.
yeah, that's pretty sad. Like, this not a season is more like not a news. But well,
No news is good news, maybe?
Exactly.
I mean, there literally is. I mean, look at Reddit. Like, there's pretty much nothing on.
Yeah.
it.
yeah, I just generally think that this season has some good mechanics. And I think they're doing good with the experimenting before they actually implement it into a proper season. With all the mechanics. I just hope that they implement the conquest mechanics for like a month or so before their patch actually arrives. That would be cool, or at least like 2 weeks. I don't know. But yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing.
Reddit's dead. I mean, the highest upvoted post is people shitting on sumos as recruiting. That's literally,
Yeah, I know.
literally that's the
Why
highest
did that-
upvoted post. That's literally the 122 upvotes.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
is that it?
That's it. Supposedly TC has a new alliance, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. The only thing that's going on in INN is I have noticed this week that Sothrasil has spoken more about everything and nothing really than any other time I've ever. I think that's the news from INN, really, nothing else. You know, goons are dead. Sorry, Eves are dead.
Goons won. What are you talking about?
Yeah, let's say goons won, and let's just restart the game.
I don't
So
know.
that you know. they
No,
should
no,
do
fuck,
something like that.
fuck Eve. They can all come here.
Yeah, they can all come here. So they should do a reset every week. Imagine what the goons would say if they reset Eve every week.
They would just sit in a citadel and just come out with a rapier and toast the node and go back in and
Yeah.
switch the oracle again.
Yeah.
There's too much wealth in this game already. So if there's
So-
more wealth like Albion has the incoming and outgoing resources pretty stable, which is great. So I guess that's good.
But I mean, seriously, like this is the last week of the top, like posts on Reddit. There hasn't been any drama, really.
Is everybody getting along?
I mean, I guess Vastly Superior disbanded. That's news.
I didn't even remember seeing them in the game.
One day,
No, I never saw Vastly Superior in this game ever.
Wow.
went they with June, and then with Poe.
I don't know.
Right.
I think they were with June and then with Poe, but I can't exactly remember either.
I don't know. That post was the first I've seen of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is just like random shit posts. I guess phrasing is recruiting. I thought they were dead, but
I also heard that Sumo was recruiting. Ah!
Funny you mentioned that. I just ran across a sumo ad.
which one?
All of them.
It's only
With a
day
Jeep.
ago.
The Jeep? So, what we
So
promote a Jeep?
actually, something that's really interesting that hasn't really been hit on is Arrow 404 being the top guild right now. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Well,
that's good.
also, they fucking wrecked us yesterday.
Hey, we killed some.
Weren't we neighbors
Yeah, true.
for a while?
Yeah, we were. They were like a couple hundred dudes, and now they're rolling like zergs of a couple hundred dudes. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Something.
I think
happened.
they had 16 zone yesterday against our 20 some.
Well, we were naked standing on a crossroad. I mean, you can't go.
We
With
were-
a command numbers in our inventory, what should we have done?
I
Yeah.
guess if you kill enough of them, then they get pissed off and rage ping to kill some newbies.
Well, they would do, yeah. It's a
They're not
reputation,
Russian.
right?
They're not Russian Zerg. Come on now.
Aren't they French? Or they were French?
Yeah. While we were neighbors, they were mostly French.
Right.
So by that standard, they should have just run away.
Wasn't Sema Metatron our neighbors that were French? I'm
Sarah
really mixing
Manstrom
them
was
up
like
right now.
fucking them up.
Yeah.
Now they are top guild on the server.
You know,
That's
I don't know
probably
what they're
'cause-
doing, but they're doing it right, to be honest.
Unless everybody else is just inactive. I mean, you know. I mean, I'd like to accredit them with something that you know, to say that they are useful in some way. Yeah,
No,
To be
Oh,
honest, it's
they're,
pretty, like if they
everybody's
were just
active.
high up, you know.
I backphoned some of our friends, and our friends just turned around and said, "Oh, we're doing castles." You know, so we can't be bothered.
Oh god.
I don't even know what the fuck to cover. It's just like horrible out there right
No,
now.
no, I thought you were going to bring a script. I was stocking filling here for you, and you had no script of what you were going to say on this chat show.
What the fuck
Do
is
we-
there to say? Like,
Yeah. Okay, Albion is
Do
dead
we
as
ever
well
have
then.
a script
Hey,
for this
people in the
show?
audience-
Because I never got mine.
people in the audience, if you got some drama or juicy shit, like, hit us up.
Yeah.
Like, everything is pretty dormant right now, so...
Even if it is anything to do with EVE Online and not necessarily to do with Albion.
Also,
You mean
the
Hello Kitty, we're gonna gamble online?
Yeah, Hello Kitty, we're going to gamble online.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
But yeah, the wolf came back for the just this month's challenge, which is okay, I guess. So they are now definitely down the path of returning mans regularly. At least those three: the bat, the blizzard, and the thingy, the wolf. So I think that's nice.
Yeah.
Or is it a sledge? Is it a wolf sledge or something like that?
What?
I just know that we had that mount once already.
I'm confused. I only half listened to what you were saying.
So yeah, look at this, the top 5. I mean, Error 404, number 1,
Yeah.
Money Guild number 2, Ecstasis number 4. I don't know who the
Oh.
fuck Dynasta is.
CIR not even in there?
Oh, they're in here. So
Yeah.
remember their partnership are equal, so they split all of their points.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're-
I just... Why are we between the top 1 and the top 4 guild on the server? Like, I saw Ecstasis running around us, I saw Error 404 running around us. Like, what the fuck?
I don't even know what a Dynasta is. Money
I just know
Guild
that
wrecking
Ecstasis
Blue
took
Army
Castle.
and GVGs. How is that fucking drama? Like, I didn't even know fucking Blue Army had a goddamn GVG team. Like, is that a thing?
Maybe?
A Dynasta is a tyrant. There you go. That's your
Yeah, I don't know
definition
who
of
the
the
fuck
day.
these guys are. They were ranked
I don't know.
58th last season. Now they're in the top 4. No, I mean, seriously, look at Era 404. You look at Era 404, their previous rankings. I mean, they've
They're
been-
not bad. Like, they've been
No.
constantly hitting gold for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah. It's not bad.
This season, they might be the ones to gold it up too.
So yesterday, listen to this. So yesterday, Zeppelin knows this. He was there. Yesterday, I went and gave this newbie. I gave him 600, just to help him get a bad and bow and everything. You should have heard the bitching and complaining from some of the members that have been with us for long enough. You remember hearing that? Where's my stuff? I didn't get anything.
Don't get newbies started with bad bows. Jesus Christ, give them a whispering bow.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I get back funding for when I was in the
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys.
That's what it was like. I didn't get anything. Oh, liars. He's running around at a swift claw. I bet I know where that came from.
Let me guess, you handed it out.
Probably. Saw him bouncing around like Tigger on it.
Oh god, that's why you do it.
Exactly, mate. I love it. It makes me laugh so much. You've heard me laughing, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, when somebody in the game has never ever jumped on a swift claw and they've been on a bloody donkey or something for a little, they just bounce around and run around. It's good to see.
So I see
Also, the
Mercia. I see Mercia is still controlled by Money Guild. That's a big shocker.
Oh, really?
Surprise, surprise.
Uh huh.
I thought June killed them forever.
And they
Something.
own part of Cumbria. That's a big shocker.
Yeah, they pretty much have the same thing they had before June went at their fucking throat on the second reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, June are doing well. Is that with the GVGs?
June? Yeah.
June's gone.
So money? No. June is doing GVGs and crystalling.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Money Guild's done like more GVGs than they did last season.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Are they
That
doing
seems
crystal too?
Oh yeah, they're doing more crystals than they did last season. I think like the uptick in activity is just Money Guild. I don't know. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
after the lovely bling mounts and the elitist status.
Archganistan's shrunk a little bit.
Hmm.
Ooh, Money Guild's taking it. Oh, that's interesting.
Ah, well, with the new territory control system,
Yeah, they just want to feel good about themselves before Arch owns the entire fucking server.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
honestly, wouldn't we all in that situation?
Well, they've got like a shit ton of people. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Arch.
Well, yeah, and they purged like a ridiculous. Let me log over my spy and check that real quick. No,
We,
no they.
did we follow their recruitment mapping at all? They might be doing something that we're not.
What?
Arch, if they've got all the people.
Yeah, they've got 100 guilds.
Right, there you go.
So we know how bringing guilds in worked last time.
Oh, imagine the drama of having 100 guilds.
Oh, I think like a couple weeks ago they booted like 30 of them.
God.
They don't just purge players; they just get rid of all of
They
them.
just get rid of all of them. Right, all of you out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, 4 or 5 of you guys were dicks. Leave.
Yeah.
There's the door.
Or pay giant piles of
Goodbye.
money.
Down with you, Pharaoh. Out.
Just a game. Just a game. I don't know who the fuck they are.
I've seen quite a few of them running around.
Yeah. Independent Ranger Corps seems to be taking a big chunk. Maybe someday if fucking SBI like opens the API for the map, we can actually have a live conquest map. That'd be awesome.
And not this strange thingy.
It's horrible.
But I want a dotline for this game. It's not that hard.
But you know this, I think I like it. That's why we're here and play the game. We do like the there's a lot of it that I'd like to change, but you know, if we start wanting the changes, you know what happens.
I think we're here because we like the punishment more than anything.
Exactly.
We're all
Yeah,
masochists at
that's-
heart.
That's
Yeah,
why I
exactly.
played E for 15 years.
Yeah.
I like the pain.
Yeah.
I
The
love
quality
it.
of life is shit in this game still sometimes, but it's gotten better a lot. Except if you want to give roles and permissions in your guild.
There's roles and permissions in the guild.
No, not in ours. We don't do that.
Yeah, there's the Supreme Overlord, badass dude. Then there's Overdose, and then there's everyone else. We all do the same thing. It's just some have titles.
Did I mention that when we tried to change the guild flag, and we finally voted for it, and everything, I got the gold. I tried to change it, and I couldn't because I didn't have the perms. At that time, I had and still have the perms to kill the alliance. Like I boot every guild and everything and disband the alliance. I can do that, but I
You can do that.
could not
We need to
change
change
a
the flag.
fucking flag.
Right, change your flag, you know, and we'll just move everybody over to the new alliance. There must be a button for that.
I mean, that's not how this works.
I mean, that is one way to purge people.
Purge inactive guild leaders, kick everybody, invite everybody back in.
Yeah. Automatic invite.
Oh god.
First ones to accept get a title.
Quick fingers, aww.
You know it.
But yeah, anyways, today will be a bit of a shorter show because we have literally nothing to talk about besides the Zerg debuff increases. I think the HP decrease or defense decrease is a bit harsh because it's, well, it kind of nerfs healing, doesn't it? Because it reduces armor, I think, not HP, so people take more damage, but
I
not
could
more
s-
healing.
I could see reducing resistances and defenses, but not the health. That way you
Yeah.
just get hit harder.
True. If you just reduced the health, it would just make your guys have faster fingers, or quicker reactions and shit like that.
That's not synonymous with a lot of the players in this game, my friend. I was bashing his buttons the other day, and he was all over the place.
With a new point sharing system, like Mr. Moist. Oh, what a name! With the new point sharing system, guilds without an alliance have pretty much get double the points, simply because they don't share 50-50 with themselves and the rest of the alliance. Because the points get split, half of the points gets the guild that makes the points, and the other half is split evenly amongst all other guilds inside the alliance.
Thanks, man.
So if you have a solo guild, you are getting your points and nobody else. That means they get up faster. I don't know if in the future, like the mix between the Zerg versus Zerg territory control mechanics, the Zerg debuff, and the point splitting mechanic in alliances might promote or not promote this playstyle of solo alliances. I think a good organized solo alliance can perform really well in terms of points, but depending on the strategic circumstances and how the Zerg debuff will be handled in the end, because I think it's still too strong like it is right now. Maybe. If it stays right now, like big Zergs are completely disenfranchised. Like they should not exist, which I think is a good thing. But we never know how SBI will balance it in the end. Like we'll have to see how it pans out. But I think if you just want to push for points and just want to hold like 2 or 3 zones, a well-organized solo guild that brings like 50 people in each time zone, with like high gear, good spec, etc., will be a very valid playstyle. It pretty much balkanizes the playing field more. So yeah. Did that answer your question? But yeah, like they did a very well thought out mix actually. The more you think about it. With both the point split and the territory control mechanics and the Zerg versus Zerg and the Zerg debuff mechanic. That is a very interesting change to see, and I think it's a very good change to see. Nothing, Iron. You really missed nothing because there's barely anything to talk about this week. You just missed me talking about the territory control mechanics and Zerg debuff. They made the Zerg debuff stronger to like 98% at 200 people in terms of damage. No Sparkle Party tonight. Not enough news for a Sparkle Party. But yeah, that's pretty much all you missed. Also, Eve started having a gambling casino and shit like that, but that's a different
They
topic.
banned all that crap.
Not
Because it was unaccessible wealth. Unassailable wealth. So there was a reason.
Oh no, because Eve weren't in on it. Are they even in on this now? Is this sanctioned by?
I think so.
Right. Well, that's the reason why it's all okay. Before it wasn't. It was all player generated, outside websites and all that stuff. What about the buying and
Yeah, but there was RMT behind it and everything, and it was really
There's always
bad.
R&T behind shit in Eve. What's the matter with you? Jesus Christ! Whenever is there not?
I think there's also RMT behind shit in Albion. To a good amount.
Yeah, of course there are. Well, we'll see. If all of a sudden this great big freaking association of players grows up and calls themselves goons, then we know what happened. Anyway,
Oh, boy.
what about the buying and selling of players? Is that still a thing in Eve now, or are they just too?
Characters, yes.
Yeah, I haven't been on a character picking thing for a while. Last time I tried to buy a Titan pilot, it was like I don't know how many billion it was. I just wonder if they come down in price now. Oh,
Yeah, but back to Albion, I guess. Because I don't like I already see like little gambling guys in Galleon bank
we
like
started out. Why don't
roll
we start
50
coming up?
to roll 54 to 100 to win and shit like that.
Prey
There's
online
dicers.
gambling. It's got a nice
There's
ring.
dicers in all of them. fucking dicers everywhere, every game, from RuneScape to Albion.
Yeah. Yeah.
They even made fucking troll dices as a toy in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is how I'm gonna finance my auction house mount in World of Warcraft, but this is how I'm gonna finance my auction house in World of Warcraft. Just dicing an Ogrimmar. Anyways, so yeah, I think the defense debuff is a bit too harsh, but generally, I just hope that it disingenuous, disenfranchises people from doing 200 man zergs, and instead they have like 50 people at best. And rather fight over two zones at the same time, because those fights are less laggy and more exciting.
What have they done to the axes now to make them a thing? So can you explain that?
All axes pretty much feed into the same debuff now.
So they did before,
they
so
used to. They used to kick each other debuffs off. So X-Player 1 applies a bleed, and maybe applies a second one, and then X-Player 2 comes in and applies bleed to the mob that already has 2 bleed charges. Those 2 bleed charges get removed, and a new bleed is being applied.
Right.
That was a terrible mechanic, and actually 2 axes did less than half the damage of 1 axe. It did less than each player did less than half damage relatively on the bleeding stacks and shit like that. It was just terrible. But now they can feed into the same bleed stack. So if you have like a halberd and a great axe, like the halberd does a rending swing, the great axe does a rending swing, and then the halberd does its E, and everything is 3 bleed stacks. So it actually stacks up faster with 2 axes if you have a great axe and a halberd, or maybe even 2 halberds. That doesn't really matter. But it now makes halberds really viable and great axes too in group dungeons, because you can have more than one. And I don't need to send poor little newbies away that just have a dungeon runner great axe build in their repertoire.
So what is the difference if you are going solo dungeoning with a great axe or a halberd? What's the difference? Does it matter?
The healer yells at them.
No, if you're going solo, I mean.
If you go solo, the great axe is burstier. Like the great axe has more front-loaded damage in the E, and therefore is probably better.
Yeah, so you got the swingy thing, round and round, spinning thing.
Yes, the whirlwind spin to wind thingy.
Fantastic, yeah.
But the halberd is a more constant weapon that has a quicker damage ramp up, because usually you go rending swing and then you E, or you put in a second rending swing and then E.
Yeah.
So everything gets 3 stacks as fast as you can.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah, that exchange is definitely good for PvE especially. For PvP it might be nice too, so now we can have 2-3 halberds in the group without me thinking like, oh god, this is actually going to reduce the damage. But if you have 2 halberds crashing the front line, just like WE both of them, like that shit's gonna drop. Like, that's good.
Voltel, what else are we talking about?
I mean, there ain't much shit going on. Fuck. We could talk about the newbie experience. I finally convinced my wife to play after 5 fucking years, and she got trapped.
I know, I heard. Somebody told. I was in the middle of a dungeon and I heard it.
To keep playing.
It just shows you there are no secrets in this game. There's no secrets between.
Horrible. I actually had to go rescue her from it, and I swear to Christ, like, what the fuck does the newbie fucking thing? The fucking newbie zone have jack shit to do with this game. Like, seriously, what the fuck was SBI thinking? I haven't played that shit. Like,
I mean, the general gist is relatively correct. You gather items, and then you craft them into shit, and then you craft that shit into items. But I had many newbies that pretty much had the expression, the idea that they had to be able to craft the items they want to use. And I was like, no. You don't need to craft like fire stabs to use fire stabs.
That
you
would
can
make
like have somebody specialized into fire staffs craft them for you.
Exactly.
It's just horrible. Like, it's absolutely
is.
horrible. And you can't get
It
out of it
is.
either. Like, if you don't, like, skip the tutorial at the beginning, you're fucked.
You can't on a new account either.
Oh, I was so fucking pissed. I was literally
Sorry, I'm
sitting
eating
there on a
Christmas
fucking
cookies.
mule, fucking playing this stupid tutorial. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, wow.
Now, if you know what you're doing, you can breathe. But
You literally run from point to point. It's like, okay, I just, what? Like, it makes no fucking sense. It's stupid. No wonder our player retention is like so shit.
honestly, our personal player retention has been pretty good.
Well, in Brave Newbies, but it's about getting them into the fucking game. That ain't the fucking game. That's like some fucking bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Stupid as fuck. Yeah, like dude says, tutorial is actually useless. No, it's worse than useless. Like, I would love to see from SBI how many accounts are just sitting in the newbie area that haven't been touched in a fucking year. Like, can we see those fucking
That's
numbers?
a fair point. That's a fair point.
Like, they
No,
get
we
trapped.
can't.
They get trapped, and it's just, she's messaging me, and she's like, "What the fuck is this shit?" She goes, "This shit's worse than Eve." I'm like, "Nah, it can't be worse than Eve." And I went over there, and I'm helping her. I'm like, "Oh fuck, this is worse than Eve."
Yeah, the newbie experience in Eve though is just horrendous. There isn't even one. It's just awful.
That's better than what Albion has.
Wait, my
Yeah, I
newbie
guess.
experience in Eve, because I did make an account and attempted to play. Welcome to Eve, and here's the game. Have fun.
Yeah, and then you die straight away, and then you think, right, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, but that's better than being trapped in like some fucking
Noobville.
In
Noobville.
a tier 1 zone.
Yeah, at least you can't get ganked in Noobville.
That'd be better than fucking running around like from point to point to point, like lighting a fucking torch. Like, when the fuck is that going to be relevant in this game?
Wait, you have to light a torch?
Yeah.
You have to light a beacon for the ship to arrive to take you.
Oh
away.
yeah.
Which
that's
then
right.
you have to
Oh,
repair the ship. I think it actually says slightly less fucked up ship with like leather and wood and cloth and metal. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck does leather have to do with repairing a fucking ship?
Why wouldn't you repair it with leather? Like, maybe they want nice seats.
Leather thongs.
Yeah.
No wonder
Look,
why our
all
player
cheap
retention
is
is
here.
fucking like 10-15%. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, they can't really do much better without making it super dry.
Why not, like, I don't know, give them the option to not do it, and or like put them in like a PvP, like 2 newbies go in, and 1 newbie comes out. Like, there you go.
And then you have people demotivated because they will not win for like 3 fights.
Being trapped in fucking Noobville for 3 hours is pretty goddamn demotivating.
People like PvE.
PvE is fun, but
Fucking turbo crabs.
Yes, guilty as charged, but still.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I hadn't played the shit because I don't know. I skipped it. I've been playing since alpha and never actually did it. And when I did it for my wife, I'm like, oh my god.
I made a new account for Shirok when when the thingy came out, like the new player experience. Because I wanted to be able to play it, and I also needed another character for PvE mostly. And holy balls, that was much better than what they had before, to be honest. It was also much longer. Like, the before thing was just like the little island here, craft your tools, buy. Like, okay. But I think it was the before was a more honest approach to the experience.
I don't know. I think it's stupid. Anyways, yeah. Fucking retarded newbie experience. SBI, fix that shit, please.
As an aside, Shurok, if you do know, can you please explain to our listeners, just very briefly, the difference between tier 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 solo dungeons and where it puts you? So, for example, tier 4 is going to put you in blue or yellow zones. Where will tier 5?
Tier 5 is in yellow, red, and black zones. There are also
So-
tier 3 blue zone dungeons, by the way. So
Right,
you
okay,
should
so how do you get
never.
those?
There are no maps for those. I
No,
think.
that's right. They're not. No.
You have to go into the zones that are around the crosses, like the little outpost cities.
Gotcha.
That is pretty much where those
So
are.
level 5s will take you. So there is no sense to it. So tier 4s don't keep you in yellows and blues necessarily. Tier 5s will take you to black zones. What about tier 6?
Tier 4s, you will not get a tier 4 in a yellow zone.
Okay, gotcha.
You'll
It-
never have that. Yellow zones are tier 5, but tier 5s are a bit wonky because unless around most cities there's a specific zone where you can pretty much cheese the map in a manner that will make it spawn in either a specific or one of two yellow zones. So you don't have the danger of going into a red zone. But
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. And for our listeners, the entrance is hidden. Is that hidden to everybody, or is it?
Yeah. Yes, it's hidden to everybody until you come within 2 screens.
Right.
Until you come within 2 screens of the actual dungeon. And when you pop the map, you'll get like it will show you on the map where it is exactly in that zone, and it will also show you usually the quickest way with like blue circles around the exits of the zone.
So when you go in there, can you get dived on your own solo dungeon? Right.
Yes, you can, because in the moment it pops when you are within 2 screens, it appears for everybody.
There you go. So all you guys now know about solo dungeon map. They're much better. They give you 16% more damage, and they are better loot. So
Yes,
buy
they
them.
give 16% more fame. The mobs have 16% more life, do 16% more damage, and they give better loot. But what pretty much is removed from that whole thingy, because especially in yellow zones, they are highly frequented. You will not have the risk of another group being already in. It will be your own personal dungeon, and in yellow zones, they can't really do much about can't do much to you. But you will have a fresh dungeon that you can enter and start doing. And most people, if they see all the first mobs in a dungeon are killed, they will just leave and look for another one that is full.
Is that how you're supposed to do that?
Yes, you don't go in there and take over other people's dungeons. I think.
Why not?
Because that's a dick move.
They may take exception to it.
Is that against the rules?
No,
There are no rules in this game. They're just snakes on this motherfucking planet. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you're saying is a horde of newbies can't go in and do a dungeon that somebody's already in?
Yeah, especially 15 of them like we did. Remember when I took you to go and do maps the other day? I accidentally took us to a solo map.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It was like 10 of us in a solo map.
God, why is this dungeon so easy?
Yeah.
By the way, Cage, like I pretty much had the same problem. Even worse, I had to unteach people the wrong things they learn. Like as I said, with the no, you don't have to be able to craft everything you wear, and shit like that. It's sometimes really bad, and they don't tell people shit about islands too, which is also a big letdown. They should probably do that when they have premium, or maybe even before that. Simply because it will give people an incentive, like just dangle it in front of their heads. Look, we have we have parts of the game that are locked off by a paywall. Pay us. It would not be the nicest, but it would be a financially sound and probably game development, like player development or player progressionly sound decision to do that. So yeah.
Lovely. Good.
I guess that's all. Do we have any questions from our relatively small audience today? Because there's literally nothing going on. Did we mention that? It's incredible. Like some weeks we just have like fires everywhere, and then there's weeks like this where there's nothing. And yes, I am complaining.
Are you sad there's nothing to be shitting on?
Yes. Yes. I had to shit on my toilet the last week instead of Reddit. It's always cold when I sit on it because it's winter.
Don't even get on with cold and winter with me.
Yeah, Canada. I know.
My fucking igloo's got some more insulation on it now. It was a good night last night.
Hmm.
You can come.
I hope you're sorry for your cold.
I'm sorry the cold has to be here. Yes.
What do you mean wiping?
I don't know how that works. The house is so big, there's no room to get down the side. I mean, what are you going to do? Shove a book under the toilet seat so you can get under that way? Or
Yeah, they first and foremost, the most effective way is just to take a shower immediately after shitting. Second, I wipe. Sitting, always. I don't know why you would stand up. Also, if
why
there's
we're asking that question, I mean,
if there's a surprise shot, that problem still has the toilet if you sit, but if you stand, that problem has the wall.
Now here's
so- Never
you've got
not
a
be
church.
prepared for shards,
It-
especially if they are dragon-sized.
Jesus.
That's an even sider. Hashtag shard dragon.
Now the question is, Overdose, front to back or back to front? We're getting the real information
Oh.
here.
Back to front usually,
Ah,
but I couldn't really tell. Probably both. I don't know. I never invested too much thought into it. I just did it.
that's all you're gonna think about now when you poop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I probably just unlearned wiping because this is the first time in my fucking life that I'll think about it, and I will not know how to do it anymore.
Voltel
Great
help.
job. Thanks for nothing.
Just go to the shower. You'll be fine.
Voltel, are you there, mate? You still
He's-
trying to get your wife out of Newbieville?
Yeah, probably.
3 weeks from now, that question will come up again.
3 weeks from now, probably Votel comes back to the Alliance like, guys, I've been to places.
I've seen shit.
Oh boy.
Okay then. What else are we going to talk about? Is that it?
There's nothing really.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, just as an aside, guys, with the dungeon maps, I said to you that you get 16%. Well, that's just on normal difficulty rewards. Modifier on the solo dungeon maps, group dungeon maps. On the normal, it's 16% uncommon, it's 36% rare, it's 58, and exceptional is 84. All of those maps you can buy on the auction map. Get out there, go and do an exceptional 84% reward difficulty rewards, and come and tell us about it next week.
Hmm. I think we can. I think we're done for today.
I think we should shut up quickly and get out of here.
Yes.
We're
Also,
starting to
just
go
a
rabbit
little
hole.
broadcast. There's gonna be another healing class later on the Brave Newbie Discord. Lick Tank is gonna teach us again because we are all stupid, and also some could not make it. So we're gonna have another class. This will also be recorded. It's gonna start at 18:30 server time, if I have the time and date correct.
Correct. Yeah, it will be
All right.
a little bit more advanced, more practical
Yeah.
application, that type of thing.
It'll be about the healers not standing in the red shit while they're healing. That's what it'll.
Ooh.
I feel personally.
So I thought because of the light, like fire, because it's shiny, it would make my healing stronger when I.
No, healers are just as stupid as the other players.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Look down, gentlemen. Look down.
So we're hoping
Just-
next week that Syndic.
You should probably
Releases.
close your browser.
No, I got it open here. So I'm hoping that Syndic releases our co-host Duratine. He's
So we can have him on the show again.
Yeah, he's been sucked into Crimson.
Iron, could you go to your Dark Overlord's Syndic and ask him to hand us Duratine back? I'll pay you with a sparkle party.
Sparkle parties for everybody, including Syndic. He's welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Duratine is in Crimson. I heard.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah, he went to his Lord and Savior. I think.
That's unfortunate.
I think Syndic has him trapped in a basement somewhere. That's what I've heard.
That sounds like win-win. Just saying.
I was about to say that sounds like my Sunday afternoon.
Oh look, it's that time already.
Black Friday.
more like Black Sunday. Wait, what? Thanks
Like-
for nothing.
Tomorrow's Cyber Monday.
Isn't that when all the E-daters come out?
I think all the E-daters.
No,
are
that's
in...
Virgin Tuesday.
Oh,
Wow. Anybody has questions before we wrap up? Because I'm fucking done. Nope. Alright. Well, any shout-outs for you, Overdose?
Whoever hears this, please create fucking drama. I'm bored.
Yes, please, somebody disband an alliance, rob Torthor, do something for Christ's sake.
Like, yeah. Like, we like Torthor, so we can't do it ourselves, but somebody please. Rob somebody.
I heard,
Make somebody shit pose.
I heard phrasing is... Oh, actually, there was a little bit of drama. I heard Fricks got booted out of somewhere for something. There you go.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Ooh. Oh, okay, what happened? Because I have not heard shit.
They got kicked out of somewhere for something. That's about all I know.
Great. Your information
Okay.
is on point, as always.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Shows how much I give a fuck. I still,
Okay then.
I still miss the memes on Reddit of Vetus to Fetus.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give our listeners 5 tips in the game. If you're new want to come into the game, or you just starting, and you're thinking about coming. Tip
Don't
number
do
one,
the fucking tutorial.
don't do the
They have to.
Don't do the tutorial. Anyway, the map is your best friend. Start your farm as soon as possible. Commit to a build. That's the biggest one in this game, and everybody hears my voice about that one. Commit to a build. Go out of your way to make friends. Gold is the best investment. And thank you, all of you, for loving brave newbies like you do.
Also, don't spend your learning points on combat. Never.
fuck you, I do.
No,
Yes.
you should not.
I don't anymore because, well, masteries are up, but... Yeah.
Hey, we got raped by Arrow 404 3 times yesterday and killed like 3 of their dudes.
6 dudes.
6 dudes. So we're ahead in the Silver War.
Yeah, because our whole Zerg probably was cheaper geared than one of their dudes.
Oh fuck, we followed one of them. They were mage raiding and we executed some dude for 1 million fame. It was fucking hilarious.
You what?
What?
1 million fame, yeah. Like
Where
they,
was I?
I don't know, probably drunk or stoned. I don't know, or both.
You were sending me pictures of things in containers.
Ah, yes, that's where I was. We don't talk about the containers in public, Overdose.
It was storage wars. No, it wasn't.
Any,
but
any
still.
shout outs, Phoenix? Because this stream is deteriorated to talking about how we won.
No,
So
that's I did my shout outs. Thanks to all you guys that support Brave Newbies and are in Brave Newbies and love the whole ethos. It is about you new players getting the most out of this game that you. That's what we're dedicated to, and so come and join us.
Oh.
Shout out to the guys that are making the effort here already, that are with Brave Newbies, and of course Overdose and Voltel and Zephyr here for getting involved.
Also,
Thank you,
veterans
guys.
who want a chill place to live are also welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Get out of Ave. It's dead. Come on, come and join us.
That's not a
get,
meme.
get into a good game.
So wait,
It's
wait.
not- it turned from meme to truth, like most memes. Anyways,
I actually have a real question. What is the connection from Eve to Albion? Like,
it's a
what's-
sandbox MMO
Well,
with
yeah.
a heavily player-driven economy and a conquest system,
And full
There are-
PvP.
and followed PvP. Yes.
But are there not other games? Like, why Albion?
Because it's either that or Black Desert Online.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Oh, okay.
And Black Desert Online isn't full loot and sucks. Which, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering, the same people that own Black Desert Online bought Eve, and it will soon be Hello Kitty Gambling Online. So get the fuck out while you can.
It will be.
I mean, they are already making Pink Ship, but I think it's for the Breast Cancer Awareness Month for like the last years, like that. That's a cool idea, but like Pink Ships, please.
So instead of a goon-driven economy, it's now got a social-driven economy in Eve. Oh my!
More like a gambling-driven economy.
It's got hookers and it's got blackjack.
See the reality? No, it's just raffles. But the reality is, I think Hillmar
It
just
has
decided to
Milex on
fucking
Kansas.
RMT out.
Yeah, put your RMT and your dedoxing equipment away. Come and join us here. Have some clean fun. Earn your keep.
please RMT in Docs and Eve and
Oh
have
yeah,
fun
keep
in
doing
Albion.
that. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, we're about to get banned from Twitch. On another note, if you think the show sucks ass, approach us and do your own fucking show.
Yeah.
No,
Spend
honestly,
Like,
if I had better upstream, I would stream better games than Albion, but I can't even stream Albion.
like 7 Days to Die.
You can't spell any of the other games.
I can't
Wow.
spell Albion.
Who the fuck can spell Albion?
Come on, let's get out of here. Delete the last fucking 2 minutes.
No. No, seriously, Albion News is looking for people to do slightly better podcasts than this. So please reach out to us. Actually, it doesn't need to be better than this. I don't know how it can be worse, but please fucking rescue.
Content, please.
Yes, content. If you want to go up and like talk shit about Derek or Torther or Syndic, if he allows you, then please feel free.
Even you'd be on
You
that
may you may also get them on your show and talk shit directly.
Oh, everybody
to them.
talks shit
Okay.
about me all the time. Like that's
Oh yeah.
just how
Quick
it goes.
comparison. Quick comparison, please, Voltaire, for us, if there's any at all, between Syndic and Alex.
Huh?
Any comparison at all?
They're both
Syndic and
dudes
Matan-
and they're like close to 40 years old that play a video game.
Yeah,
Kinda.
good. I like that. Good.
Actually, neither one of them fucking log into the game. So actually, I've heard Syndic actually logged in, so he's got Alex beat hands down.
Right.
Yeah, rip the Mitani, but he's also playing a dead game, so
Do I
That's
hear
very
fear
dumb.
in your voice?
I think it'd be more of a parallel between Gluttony and the Matani, to be honest with you.
I think you're probably right.
Except
Yeah.
Gluttony smokes, I think, a lot more weed behind Wendy's than the Matani does.
Oh
Yep.
god.
Let's get out of here.
All right, let's shut this dumpster fire down.
Yeah, fucking.
Thanks
I
for
don't
staying
think
with
there's
us,
any hope of
guys.
that. Cheers. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Hopefully the healing stream in class is 10 times better than this shit show. Cheers, guys.
Again, how could it be worse?
I don't ask.